Come join us and have your say. Let's talk about our way. Remember, you are not alone. Huda is the light in your home. We'll talk about Huda. We'll talk about our way. Come join us and have your say. Let's talk about our way. Remember, you are not alone. Huda is the light in your home.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My dear brothers and sisters in Islam, welcome to a new live episode of our program, Viewers Pulse. Thank you so much for being with us here this evening. It is Monday night, as we always are here on Viewers Pulse. It's about 9 p.m. Mecca time. We inshallah have a great program for you coming up, as we always do here on this program, Viewers Pulse. We try to recap what we do here at Huda TV for the past week, and we try to share with you some of the latest news that is happening behind the scenes here at the station. Let me begin by reminding you of our phone numbers, inshallah, so that you can give us a call. Feel free to give us a call at any time, inshallah. Some of our numbers have recently changed. I only memorized one of them. Let me tell you, it's 002-0238-555-249. The other number, the new cell phone number that we have, should be on your screen as well, so feel free to give us a call. Some people are better able to get to us through the landline. Other people, it is easier for them to get through to us through the cell phone. So give us a call either way, inshallah, and share your thoughts with us. And staying in touch with us through email is also another great way, pulse@huda.tv, pulse@huda.tv. We receive your emails and we forward them to the appropriate department, so we try to answer them, inshallah. If we do have a little bit of a backlog on the emails, so forgive us for that, inshallah. We've received quite a bit in the last couple of weeks or so. Inshallah, we'll be getting back to you very soon, bi'idhnillah ta'ala. Alright, also another great way to stay in touch with us, my dear brothers and sisters, is through Facebook. I would say it's the number one way. More than 170,000 likes on our Facebook page, and we're hoping that it can grow more, inshallah. Facebook.com/HudaTV, Facebook.com/HudaTV, inshallah. Also, my dear brothers and sisters, another great way to stay with us is through Twitter, Twitter.com/HudaTV channel, Twitter.com/HudaTV channel. You can, inshallah, join us over there and follow Huda TV, get a lot of the greatest updates on there, inshallah. We just shared our Facebook page with you, saying that there are more than 170,000 people on it. Actually, both our Facebook and our Twitter accounts are linked to each other. So if you're on one, you're technically on the other, but try to join both, inshallah, if you use both social network sites, bi'idhnillah ta'ala. And our YouTube page is really the best way to stay in touch with us, because we are, after all, a television station. YouTube.com/HudaTV. You can do a lot of great things on there. You can watch some of our latest programs that air on there, that are uploaded on our YouTube page within a few hours after the program ends. And also you can watch some of our archives, and definitely you can watch our programming live. You can watch us live from anywhere around the world, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, from any corner of the globe, as we say, at youtube.com/HudaTV. The same stuff that you can watch on TV, you can watch on our YouTube page also, inshallah, through live streaming. Alright, my dear brothers and sisters, let's go ahead and take a look at our weekly Facebook question. We asked you this past week, what are some of the improvements that you'd like to see at Huda TV? As we said in the question, we get a lot of praise from you here at Huda TV most of the time, but there's always something that we need to improve on. So we wanted you to share your thoughts. We had many comments, so we divided them up between this week and next week. Let's go ahead and take a look at the portion from this week, inshallah.
Sister Huda, MashaAllah, you're doing great work, but there's one issue that is a bit irritating: the volume difference between the commercials and the programs. It is always a search for the remote when the commercials come, because the volume in general is really loud compared to the programs. Sister Melva, Assalamu alaikum. Putting some lessons on learning some surahs and breaking down how it's said in Arabic. I seem to learn better when it's broken down. You know, spelling the letters out the way they sound. Brother Abu Bakr, all your programs are very interesting. The only thing I want you to improve on is talking more about Iman, because a lot of Muslims mix the traditions of their forefathers, which at times are shirk. Please help your brothers and sisters so that their work won't go in vain. May Allah bless Huda TV. Brother Muhammad, Assalamu alaikum. I think direct question answer session on Facebook will give more opportunities in practicing Islam in day-to-day life. Living Islam. Would love a cooking show to be aired for Arabic dishes. Also more programs for children regarding manners. Brother Mustafa, Alhamdulillah, you're doing great in touching the souls of our Muslim brothers and sisters. Keep it up. I wish you will give a biography on different Sahabis that have sacrificed for Islam. Also, what they did for Islam. Jazakumullahu khairan. Chand, it would be nice if you put translations whenever you put Arabic text for du'as, so that people who can't read Arabic can also learn.
Thank you so much, my dear brothers and sisters, for your comments and for your thoughts this week. We really appreciate it here at Huda TV, and inshallah, I've already asked the brothers to pass on the information to the managers in charge, so that they can, those comments that we got this week, so that they can pay attention to them and take them into account, inshallah. So hopefully we'll have better programming here, and we'll be able to better serve you here at Huda TV, inshallah. As we always say, my dear brothers and sisters, Huda TV, after all, is really a family channel. We all believe that we're all one family. Not only those who are working in Huda TV are a family, but you and us. We're all one family here at Huda TV. So we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to reward everyone. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to help everyone, inshallah, to improve, and at the end of the day, this is da'wah. This is a way of serving Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to bless everyone who's working here at Huda TV behind the scenes, especially because they do a lot of work, and they're really the unknown soldier. So we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to reward them, inshallah. Feel free, inshallah, as we said, my dear brothers and sisters, to give us a call at any time during these next few minutes here on the program. Share your thoughts with us live. Maybe you've seen the comments by some of the brothers and sisters, and you have your own also of things you'd like to see improve here on Huda TV. So any type of constructive criticism is always appreciated here at Huda TV. So give us a call, inshallah, and share your thoughts with us. Bi-idhnillahi ta'ala. My dear brothers and sisters, inshallah, coming up in the next segment, we are going to be recapping some of our programs from this past week. We'll also be recapping a very important event that happened last week, which was the new Islamic year. We were covering that as well also, inshallah, so we'll have a clip from that. Take a short break, we'll be right back, inshallah.
فلا وربك لا يؤمنون حتى يحكموك فيما شجر بينهم ثم لا يجدوا في أنفسهم حرجا مما قضيت ويسلموا تسليما. There are 3 levels. Sister Rayhan from Bahrain.
السلام عليكم.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته. Fahim from Sweden. السلام عليكم.
السلام عليكم شيخ, how are you?
Alhamdulillah, barakallah feek Fahim. May Allah bless you and your family.
Sheikh, I have one question.
Now, that is not allowed. Why isn't allowed? Because the Prophet ﷺ said, "Man ghasha falaysa minna." He who deceives or betrays does not belong to us. He's not one of us. A person who is given the sadaqah or leading the prayer does not have necessarily to be praying fard. Maybe he's praying the nafl, that is after the prayer, the 2 sunnah after dhuhr or after maghrib or after isha. And the follower, the imam, will be praying with the intention of offering the fard that he has missed. Okay, barakallahu feek.
Reading the Quran is a blessing. Understanding its translation is beautiful. But diving in depth and extracting pearls from it is simply amazing.
أفلا يتدبرون القرآن
Do they not ponder upon the Quran? Every week, inshallah, we will dig deep and reflect on the verses of the Quran one by one.
Quran in Depth with Sheikh Ibrahim Zaidan, only on Huda TV.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, and welcome back, my dear brothers and sisters, to your program, Viewers Pulse, right here on Huda TV. Viewers Pulse, as we always say, brings you the latest that is happening behind the scenes at Huda TV, and also shares any concerns that you have. The goal of the program is to help improve the channel, inshallah, and always make it better, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala. Facebook.com/HudaTV, Facebook.com/HudaTV. This is our official, our one and only official Facebook page. And mashallah, alhamdulillah, Rabbil Alameen has more than 170,000 people who have liked it. If you haven't already, feel free to do so, inshallah. If you have, invite your friends, and inshallah, hopefully it'll be of great benefit. We do share quite a bit of things on there, on our Facebook page. You know, all the way from you know, the program timings to what new programs we have coming up, to anything else that can be of benefit. A lot of great Islamic information that is also shared, status updates that are shared on there, alhamdulillah. As you can see, there's more than 170,000 people on it. I hope that you are one of them. If you're not, feel free to join. If you are, then share it with your friends, inshallah. Facebook.com/HudaTV. Speaking of YouTube, actually, we want to go ahead and take a look at our YouTube page right now and see how it looks as it stands. So the brothers are trying to get that ready. We'll have it ready in a moment, but let me tell you the address is youtube.com/HudaTV. youtube.com/HudaTV. That is our one and only, also official YouTube page. And one of the biggest and the most important features on it is our live streaming. Live streaming, you can, like I said in the first segment, you can watch Huda TV's live streaming 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, from anywhere around the world. That is in an ideal world. But what I'm hearing right now from the brothers behind the scenes is that there appears to be a problem as we're speaking right now with our YouTube page. We'll check it out for ourselves in just a moment, inshallah, and see if that is the case and how we can solve that, inshallah. Let me know, brothers, whenever it's ready. The YouTube page, here it is. That's our YouTube page right there, black. That is not good news. That is not good news, but inshallah, we are working to fix it. And we're here not just to show the good side of things. This program is very realistic. I can't be telling you, go on YouTube and watch us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week from anywhere around the world, and you have a blank screen right there. We'll be working, inshallah, behind the scenes to try to get someone to fix it very, very soon. Who knows, maybe by the end of the program we'll have it fixed, inshallah. If I can ask Brother Ahmed in the control room to try to call one of the people, maybe the IT manager, Brother Ahmed Sawabi, or some of the other people that are working with him, maybe get him on the phone with us, so hopefully we can hear a response from them why the live streaming is down and how long it's going to take for it to be fixed, inshallah. Alright, my dear brothers and sisters, let's go ahead and start recapping our programming from this past week. We'll go ahead and begin, inshallah, with a very special event that we had last Monday, a week ago exactly, talking about the Islamic New Year from our covering of that event, the new Islamic year, the year 1435 after the Hijrah of our beloved Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Let's go ahead and take a look.
No doubt it was a turning point on every level. Before the migration is an era. For instance, before the migration and for 13 years in Mecca, since An-Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam received the first revelation until his migration, 13 years.
Okay, excellent.
Muslims were persecuted, were oppressed, were tortured, and sometimes were killed. We have Sumayya and Ammar, may Allah be pleased with them, and many companions, right? And they could not lift a finger to defend themselves. They could not propagate their da'wah publicly. They could not practice their worship freely in public. They used to do that even discussing the revelation and studying the ayat of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in private, in Darul Arqam, here and there, and so on. It was not possible to hear the adhan. It was not possible for a believer to perform tawaf and say, Labbaik Allahumma labbaik, right? They would perform tawaf, and the Kaaba was surrounded with 360 idols, right? After the migration, entirely different story. And Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam from day one started working on building and constructing the Muslim state by all the means of the word Muslim state, beginning by building the masjid, the school, the headquarter of Muslims where they can offer their worship freely. And for the first time in the history of Islam since the prophethood of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, adhan has been called. There was no adhan before. And when the Muslims migrated, and the migration was crowned with the immigration of the Prophet ﷺ and safely arrived into Al-Madinah, and now they have a masjid. It's a small musalla, but they have a masjid. They had a meeting, and they thought about what could we do in order to alert the members of the Ummah to attend the prayer on time in congregation. Somebody suggested the bell, like Christians. Another suggested the horn, and so on. Then a companion by the name Abdullah ibn Zayd saw in the dream the adhan. Then Umar ibn Khattab likewise saw the adhan, the declaration of the oneness of Allah and the greatness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and the call to prayer in public was declared for the first time in Medina. Jihad was prescribed initially by allowing Muslims to defend themselves. It was a big transition. It was a major shift. As I said, it did not only affect the peninsula, rather it reshaped the future of the entire world and all the different civilizations, not only at the time of the Prophet ﷺ, but afterwards as well.
Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, my dear brothers and sisters, that was a clip from our coverage of the new Islamic year this past Monday, the year 1435, after the hijrah of our beloved Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. That was a clip from a very special interview that took place between Brother Malik ibn Glatus and Sheikh Muhammad Salah. Alright, my dear brothers and sisters, inshallah, in just a moment we're going to be taking a look at another report that we have prepared for you here this evening. It is from our very successful program now, Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, Family Issues, that is presented by Brother Malik ibn Glatus. And this is really a must-see program for families, because in it they talk to parents, they talk to children. It's really about the family, as we heard many times, and as we know as Muslims, that the family is the building block of the Muslim society. And without it, really, there's no hope in the present, and there's no hope in the future as well. So Family Issues is, of course, a very, very important program here on Huda TV. I know that it airs at 5 p.m. Mecca time on Mondays. So if you're able to watch it at that time, and if you're not at work, feel free to do so. It airs live. If not, you can watch it in the rerun, which I believe is the next day. And if you're not able to watch it on the rerun also on TV, you can always log on to our YouTube page, youtube.com/HudaTV, and watch it over there, inshallah. We're still, my dear brothers and sisters, trying to find out why our live streaming is down. We're working on that, and we're talking to some people on the phone right now to try to understand why that is the case and how long it's going to take for it to be resolved, inshallah. As soon as we know, we'll tell you, hopefully sometime before the program ends. Feel free, inshallah, to give us a call on our numbers, 002-0238-555-249, and also the cell phone number, the new cell phone number that you see on the bottom of your screen. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at a clip from this past Monday's episode of Family Issues, entitled Free Time.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, and welcome to another edition of Family Issues. Free time. How do we use our free time? How valuable is our free time? And how dangerous is free time? That is the question this afternoon. Free time is a big thing. So how did you spend your free time before entering Islam, and how do you spend it now?
It was terrible. I didn't realize it, you know what I'm saying, because, being that I wasn't brought up Muslim, I didn't know that, I didn't even know that time could be wasted.
Yeah.
One of the things that makes the most money in America is called a pastime.
Time is money. I say, hey, you can spend money and waste money and earn money again, but once you waste your time, you can't get it back.
All time is given to us by Allah Azza wa Jal. So how free is it? And we're going to be held accountable for every minute.
You must know how to have a system. To put for everything a time. For example, for studying, for reading, for going out with friends. The people nowadays they are not like as we say in Bosnia, they are killing time. They don't know what to do.
I like to spend time with my wife. I like to read. I don't study very much, but I want to improve my Arabic language.
But don't exceed the limit. Do what is permissible. Don't exceed the limit to go and waste your time for the whole day doing nothing. No, this is not free time. You are killing your time, and will be judged or will be called to account for every second we use in a bad manner.
You have this fancy iPad now in front of you. Yeah. So how do you use this in a beneficial way to prevent it from being used in a bad way? Because mashallah, it's a really blessing from Allah to use communication, instant communication, talk to people. You can read the Quran and Hadith and do research and do your studies and talk to friends and family. So how do you use it in a positive way without wasting time?
Internet is a mess in this time, but it has to be used in a good way.
It's definitely a very, very important topic, free time, something that a lot of us have when we are young, and we wish for it when we get older. As we progress in life, we wish we had more free time. So alhamdulillah, a very beautiful reminder, something that every single member of the family really needs to understand. Family Issues is definitely a great program that airs here on Huda TV, and I see it in the all-new light after Brother Medic started presenting it. It airs on Mondays live at 5 p.m. Mecca time, so try to watch it inshallah, or if you can't watch it at that time, try to catch the rerun. And then if you can't do that, then log on to our YouTube page and join it inshallah. There's also a Facebook page specifically dedicated to family issues. You can find that by going to our official YouTube page on Facebook, facebook.com/HudaTV, and you'll see it on the right side as one of the pages that was liked by Huda TV is Family Issues. So you can join that page inshallah and get some good updates from there inshallah ta'ala. Alright, my dear brothers and sisters, inshallah we have more reports for you from reports that we did and we recapped from this past week inshallah that we're going to be taking a look at. Let me give you a quick update about the status of our live streaming. It appears that it's still down. Forgive us for that. We've heard that the brothers are working on it. We contacted someone in the IT department and they are working on it inshallah to get it fixed as soon as possible. So keep checking. As soon as it is fixed, we'll post a message on Facebook, and we apologize for this problem inshallah. Alright, my dear brothers and sisters, let's go ahead and take a look at our next report, Ask Huda. Of course, I don't need to tell you too much about it. You already know it. This is a recap from the #1 fatwa show here on Huda TV, Ask Huda. This episode is with Sheikh Muhammad Salah. Let's go ahead and take a look.
I praise Allah the Almighty alone, and I send the best peace and blessings upon His most beloved Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Then I would like to welcome you all, brothers and sisters, to the very first episode in our new Islamic year, 1435 after the migration of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And how can one practice patience? النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم said, وَمَنْ يَتَصَبَّرْ يُصَبِّرْهُ اللَّهُ, which means whosoever seeks patience and tries to practice patience and acquire the great quality of as-sabr, يُصَبِّرْهُ اللَّهُ, Allah will make him a patient one. The achievement of patience or as-sabr is the only achievement which has reward without limit. For each virtue, for each ibadah, for each good deed, there is a set reward. But when it comes to patience, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, إِنَّمَا يُوَفَّى الصَّابِرُونَ أَجَرَهُمْ بِغَيْرِ حِسَابٍ. Most certainly, only as-sabirin, the patient ones, shall receive their compensation, the reward. How much? بِغَيْرِ حِسَابٍ, without limit, open fund. This is a promise of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Have of patience, have of faith is patience. So when the person recognizes the magnificent reward, which as we mentioned earlier is without limit in patience, then whenever he or she is afflicted with a musibah or a calamity, they remember the reward which lies in enduring this calamity patiently, compared to the grief and the sorrow which they experience as a result of being afflicted with the calamity. So the reward outweighs any grief, any sorrow, any affliction. And that's why they take this as a chance to prove to themselves and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, yes indeed, we will be amongst as-sabirin. May Allah make us amongst them.
I mean, we all do need a lot of patience to get through some of the toughest things in life, whether they are in our personal life, whether they are at work, whether they are in the field of da'wah, whether they're just in dealing with people on the street. We all need a lot of patience, a lot of sabr, and we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to grant us all this patience bi'idhnillahi ta'ala. All right, my dear brothers and sisters, this program Ask Huda airs on Sunday and Tuesday. Of course, as I said, it is the most famous program on Huda TV, the most watched program, alhamdulillah rabbil alameen. It airs on Sundays and Tuesdays at 9 p.m. Mecca time, inshallah, and it's live most of the time. If Sheikh Muhammad Salah is not traveling or he's out for one reason or another, and if he's out, he usually tries to do a recorded episode where he takes some of your questions, the pending questions or some of the email questions or some of the Facebook questions, and he tries to answer those, on some recorded episodes so that it can be fresh information for you. And also we're able to try to get our backlog in place and, overcome the great backlog that we have from all the emails that are in the questions. Of course, inshallah, my dear brothers and sisters, you can always contact Sheikh Muhammad Salah on his official Facebook page. Just search online for his official Facebook page, inshallah, and you're able to get to it. If you can't find it, then also log on to our Facebook page, facebook.com/HudaTV, and from there on the right side, you'll find the Sheikh Muhammad Salah's official Facebook page, bi'idhnillah ta'ala. All right, my dear brothers and sisters, we'll take a short break, inshallah. When we come back, we'll continue recapping some of the top programs that we aired this past week. Don't go anywhere. Stay with us.
فلا وربك لا يؤمنون حتى يحكموك فيما شجر بينهم ثم لا يجدوا في أنفسهم حرجا مما قضيت ويسلموا تسليما. There are 3 levels. Sister Rayhan from Bahrain.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Fahim from Sweden. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum, Sheikh. How are you?
Alhamdulillah, barakallah feek Fahim. May Allah bless you and your family.
Sheikh, I have one question.
Now, that is not allowed. Why isn't allowed? Because the Prophet ﷺ said, "Man ghasha falaysa minna." he who deceives or betrays does not belong to us. He's not one of us. A person who is given the sadaqah or leading the prayer does not have necessarily to be praying fard. Maybe he's praying the nafl that is after the prayer, the two sunnah after dhuhr or after maghrib or after isha. And the follower, the imam, will be praying with the intention of offering the fard that he has missed. Okay, barakallahu fi.
Reading the Quran is a blessing. Understanding its translation is beautiful. But diving in depth and extracting pearls from it is simply amazing. Do they not ponder upon the Quran? Every week, inshallah, we will dig deep and reflect on the verses of the Quran one by one.
Quran in Depth with Sheikh Ibrahim Zaidan, only on Huda TV.
Assalamu alaikum and welcome back, my dear brothers and sisters, to the final segment of tonight's program, Viewers Pulse. Thank you so much for continuing to be with us in this hour. Inshallah, in this segment we're going to be recapping more programs that have aired in the past week. We also received a call from a brother from Kenya in the break, inshallah, and he was asking about fasting the day of Ashura. He wanted to know when that day is exactly going to be. And alhamdulillah, I mean, we were able to look it up, and the correct Islamic calendar, it's going to be, inshallah, Thursday. This Thursday, the 14th of November, is going to be the day of Ashura. As I heard Sheikh Muhammad Salah talk before, that there's a great reward from fasting this day. So inshallah, my dear brothers and sisters, try your best, if you're able to fast on Thursday, bi'idhnillah ta'ala. Alright, inshallah, my dear brothers and sisters, we're going to be continuing to recap some of our programs from this past week. The first program that we have coming up for you is Book Review, another new episode about a new important book. I believe it's called Don't Be Envious, talking about, how as Muslims we should really take this envy and this type of jealousy out of our hearts. I think this was a very important episode with a lot of great information. Let's go ahead and take a look at it, inshallah.
Now, you mentioned the Prophet Joseph to me, brother.
Right.
Alayhi salam. Speak about that a little bit, because of course, also Prophet Joseph his brothers envied him as well, and it resulted in a tragedy for his family, which eventually ended in a, mashallah, in a wonderful way. But can you talk a little bit about that and what the book mentions regarding that?
When you come to the story of Joseph, the king of dreams, and his brother who envied him, and his brother, because Yaqub alayhi salam had two brothers from one woman, and the other brothers from another woman. So these brothers were envying this, and the Quran saying in this manner, قال يا بني لا تقصص رؤياك على إخوتك فيكيد لك كيدا. Oh my son, don't tell your vision or the dream to your brothers, so not they will envy you, as the shaitan, as a Satan, is vowing enemy of human.
Okay.
And then the Quran completes, and the brothers of Joseph saying, قالوا يا أبانا ما لك لا تأمنا على يوسف وإن له لحافظون. When they started to feel that they have to do something to revenge for their brother having more love from their father, they asked their father to take Joseph for a journey. And then they throw them in a well and sold him into slavery to Egypt. And that was a turning point in the story. But it was motivated by envy. Envy of brothers. And now we see envy between a wife and her husband. We see envy between the same family. Envy is not only destroying the soul, but it destroys the faith. Because think of it, you are not accepting what God has offered to others. So you are questioning God's wisdom.
Yes.
Why others have this? If only I had what they have. Why they have more than I have.
That was a clip from Book Review, my dear brothers and sisters, the episode that aired this past week. And this program is presented by Brother Malik Evanglatos here at Hura TV. All right, my dear brothers and sisters, inshallah, feel free to give us a call at any time. The numbers, you should be seeing them on your screen right now. The weekly Facebook question that we asked you was, what are the things that you'd like to see improved here at Hura TV, especially things behind the scenes? And whatever you see on the screen, we're trying behind the scenes to get it better for you. I can tell you one thing that we need to improve on right now is our YouTube page. Our YouTube live streaming is down. We showed it to you a little bit earlier. It's totally black. So hopefully we are working very hard right now behind the scenes in order to fix it and to get it up and running again, bi'idhnillah ta'ala, very, very soon. Now, so give us a call and share with us your thoughts. What kind of constructive criticism do you have for us? What kind of things would you like to see we improve on here at Today TV, inshallah? All right, my dear brothers and sisters, inshallah, coming up, we have another report for you. This one from our beautiful program, Gardens of the Pious, where Sheikh Muhammad Salah takes a hadith from Riyadh al-Salihin every single week, and he shares with us some of the meanings, and he ponders upon the words of the Prophet ﷺ, and he gets us some very good in-depth information from these hadiths, inshallah. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at Gardens of the Pious. But before we do that, let's go ahead and take this call with us, inshallah. Brother Muhammad? Brother Muhammad from Saudi Arabia. Assalamu alaikum, brother.
For all what you are doing.
وإياكم يا أخي. بارك الله فيك. Yeah, go ahead, Brother Muhammad. I can hear you.
Ashura is on Thursday. This is the 10th of Muharram.
Yes, بإذن الله, inshallah.
But here in KSA, I think it is on Wednesday. Am I right?
It's when? I'm sorry? Brother Muhammad.
Here in KSA, Ashura, I mean the 10th of Muharram falls Wednesday.
It falls when? I'm sorry? Wallahi, Brother Muhammad, I cannot hear you. Forgive us for that, inshallah. Well, I was told by the brothers in the control room that they checked online, and Ashura is going to be on Thursday. I'm not sure what the situation is in Saudi Arabia, but it should be the same. It should be on Thursday as well, inshallah. I try to recheck, and maybe there's been some changes. Maybe they didn't cite the moon correctly at first, and then they cited it better, inshallah. But inshallah, it should be on Thursday. All right, let's go ahead, inshallah, my dear brothers and sisters, and take a look at this report from Gardens of the Pious.
Dear viewers everywhere, welcome to a new episode of Gardens of the Pious. And today, inshallah, we'll begin with explaining the fourth hadith in this chapter, which happened to be the 63rd hadith in the entire collection of Riyadh al-Salihin. Anas ibn Malik, may Allah be pleased with him, narrated that you guys do some bad deeds which are more insignificant to you than a hair, while we consider them at the time of the Prophet ﷺ to be destructive sins. Min al-mubiqat. Anas ibn Malik observed some changes in the community, to the extent that he addressed them by saying, by Allah, you do some bad deeds which you guys treat as very insignificant. You think they're insignificant, like as thin as a hair. While the same sin at the time of the Prophet ﷺ, we would treat that sin as a destructive sin. At the time of the Prophet ﷺ, once he was walking in the market and he saw somebody was selling dates. So he stuffed his hand in the dates and he brought some from the bottom, and he figured out that the bottom was a lesser quality because it was wet and soft, while the dates on the surface were perfect, a higher quality. So he asked the seller, ما هذا يا صاحب التمر? What is this? What the seller of the dates? He said, يا رسول الله أصابته السماء. It wasn't me. It rained. And the precipitation happened to settle on the bottom of the container. So it isn't my fault. I did not do it deliberately. Yet النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم addressed him saying, يا صاحب التمر من غش فليس منا. Whoever betrays, whoever deceives, does not belong to us. He is not one of the Muslimin. This is a practice which many people deliberately do nowadays. We hear people in the streets accusing and insulting each other with names. One word is sufficient to indicate that this person's mother is an adulteress. He says just a word, but it means a lot. It means very bad meaning. So that's a destructive sin. As the Prophet ﷺ said, destructive sin. Nowadays, there are shows, comedy shows. The show from A to Z is about mockery, making fun of others, and lying, forging statements. And the Nabi ﷺ said, وَيْلٌ لَهُ. Woe to him, who? The one who lies in order to make people laugh. He does not consider that. He thinks he's funny, he's a character. Excuse me. What about the audience? Guess what? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, سَمَّاعُونَ لِلْكَذِبِ. They're addicted to listen to lies. They like it. They're condemned and dispraised by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
Beautiful reminder from Sheikh Muhammad Salah. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reward him on the very interesting program, Gardens of the Pious. This program, my dear brothers and sisters, airs at 9 p.m. Mecca time on Wednesdays. 9 p.m. Mecca time on Wednesdays, inshallah. So my dear brothers and sisters, feel free, bi'idhnillah ta'ala, to watch this program live, watch the rerun, which airs, I believe, the next day at 1 p.m. Mecca time. If you miss both of these times, you can always watch our program on YouTube, youtube.com/HudaTV. You can get it there probably on the same night that it airs or the next day, inshallah. Alright, my dear brothers and sisters, we have one final report for you, inshallah, this evening, but I'm still waiting for your calls. Give me a call. We still have about 5 or 6 minutes left in the program, so give me a call, share with me your constructive criticism here at Huda TV. If you would like to see something improve, if you'd like to see something that is not on the screen, you'd like to see it on the screen, give us a call, inshallah, and share your thoughts with us. Any shuyukh that you'd like to see here at Huda TV and you're not seeing, feel free to give us a call and share your thoughts with us also, inshallah. Alright, our final report is from our youth show, Let's Talk, with Brother Malik Evangelatos. This episode was called The Meaning of Life. Let's go ahead and take a look.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome to another edition of Let's Talk. You guys at home, don't forget to support us on Facebook, YouTube, and all of our social media outlets, inshallah. In this episode, inshallah, we will be speaking about a broad topic, which is very important for youth, particularly, as well as adults, but especially the youth, and that is the meaning of life. What are we here for? What is the meaning of life for a Muslim? What should it be? Go ahead, brother.
This life is temporary. The purpose of life is to get into the next life, which is forever.
وَمَا خَلَقَتُ الْجِنَّ وَالْإِنسَ إِلَّا لِيَعْبُدُونَ. I didn't create the jinn and mankind except to worship me. That's the real purpose of life, to know your Lord and to worship Him according to what He wants, not according to what you want.
The meaning of life, now I want to ask you two questions. What does the meaning of life mean to you now as a Muslim? And what does it mean to you as a non-Muslim kid growing up in South London? Or North London? South, I get confused. So I want to see the contrast. How did the meaning of life change over the development of your life and before and after Islam?
Life was just enjoying life, and that was it. You know, do as least work as possible, but enjoy yourself as much as possible. As a Muslim now, alhamdulillah, I have a purpose in life.
I always tell people to stay different, stay brilliant, stay innovative, stay curious. That will make you
unique,
from one another, not a copy. The Muslim Ummah now, above 60% of them are youth, are young. And if we don't give them attention, if we don't be there for them, someone else will be there for them. Whether it is the social media, whether it's in the school, whether in their friends, whether in the media itself. So we need to start to think of our next and third and fourth generation to come. And we don't need to be just thinking of where they will go to school, where they will marry, the lower archy needs, but we need to fulfill for them and to bring them up in that pyramid, to put them in the elite, to make sure that the word of Islam, the meaning behind life, be seated in their head, because they will spread it to people around them.
These discussions are always of great interest here on Let's Talk. Ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to reward everyone who is working in front of the camera and everyone who's behind the scenes on this program, because this is one of the programs that really takes a lot of work here at Huda TV, inshallah. All right, my dear brothers and sisters, let me tell you about Let's Talk. It airs on Fridays at 9 p.m. Mecca time, on Fridays at 9 p.m. Mecca time. It is not live, it's recorded, but there's inshallah a new episode every week, bi'idhnillah ta'ala. Thank you so much, my dear brothers and sisters, for being with us here this evening. It's been a great pleasure to be with you here for the past hour or so. We are very thankful that you have joined us here, and we hope to see you again, inshallah, next week at 9 p.m. Mecca time. We are working, as I said, to get the YouTube live streaming back up. Hopefully very soon we'll be able to get it back up, and then we'll send a message on Facebook to update you, bi'idhnillah ta'ala. Jazakumullah khair, and have a good night. Assalamu alaikum.
We'll talk about Huda, we'll talk about our way. Come join us and have your say. Let's talk about our way. Remember, you are not alone. Huda is the light in your home. We'll talk about Huda, we'll talk about our way. Come join us and have your say. Let's talk about our way. Remember, you are not alone. Huda is the light in your